Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod, and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy. And thank you so much for joining me for it. And thank you especially to the people who make this possible for you with their support at patreon.com/SW7x7. So the D23 Fan Expo that's happening in August in Anaheim has released an event schedule, a programming schedule, and it's rather light in terms of Star Wars related stuff. Obviously with Disney, there's a whole world of stuff to talk about, right? Like, Disney and Pixar and Marvel and Hulu and Disney Plus and, the Disney Channel and all this other stuff. So yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be the case that there would be a ton of Star Wars stuff, but it is actually really kind of light. The event is taking place from Friday, August 9th through Sunday, August 11th. The only thing that is specifically labeled as Lucasfilm on the agenda is something that's happening 10 times. Yes, literally 10 times. There are 4 45-minute blocks on Friday, 3 45-minute blocks on Saturday, and 3 more on Sunday. And it is about stagecraft, which is also known as the volume. It is the revolutionary technology that is used to help create The Mandalorian and Ahsoka and the other Disney live action series. So the particular programming block is called Experience ILM Stagecraft. And the description says that people who are attending this will hear from Doug Chang and the creature team from Legacy Effects and more, and get to go behind the scenes. So it sounds like it's something where it might be a pre-recorded thing. It doesn't say on there, but the fact that they're running this 10 different times over the weekend sounds like you're going into a place and you're getting to watch a little 45-minute film or something similar, maybe in a kind of environment that replicates what the stagecraft experience is like. As far as things that are not specifically marked as Lucasfilm related, but where some Star Wars related news might show up, well, Friday evening at 7 o'clock, there is a big Disney entertainment showcase happening. And the description for that talks about a star-studded look at movies and series and stage shows and things that you can look forward to. So yeah, the possibility of something new or something that we know about that's upcoming from Lucasfilm might get mentioned at that. Yeah, that seems like it's a possibility there. There's a lot of stuff that they can be talking about, so Lucasfilm would only be a little piece of that, but that's where other Lucasfilm news might show up. And then on Saturday night at 7 p.m., the Disney Experiences Showcase is happening, and this is focused on the Disney parks, and of course, Lucasfilm Star Wars stuff happens at Disney parks, right? So the possibility of anything new happening with Star Wars experiences at Disney parks around the world, yeah, if there's going to be news about it, then it would be announced during that panel on Saturday evening. And then on Sunday, this is not new Star Wars news, but just cool Star Wars news. The Disney Legends induction ceremony for the class of 2024 will be happening, and Star Wars has 3 folks who are involved in this. I mean, they've obviously done a lot of other things, but they are near and dear to the hearts of Star Wars fans. Harrison Ford, Frank Oz, and John Williams are all being inducted as Disney Legends. And there's one last thing to flag, which, just looking at it, it feels a little bit out of place in some fashion. And so it just makes me wonder if there's more to the story that we're about to hear. So I guess we'll have to play that by ear. There's a section of the event that's referred to as Talent Central, which is basically like autographs and photographs, signings, like that sort of thing. There's a boatload of Disney and Pixar people who have opportunities at various times throughout the event, but there is just one Star Wars related person, and it is Daniel Logan, who played young Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones and who has done voice work as Boba Fett in later Star Wars storytelling, like the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch, and also Lego Star Wars stuff too. I think Daniel Logan's pretty cool. The stuff that he posts on social media has been, pretty entertaining, and it seems like he's a very positive person. So I'm not trying to take anything away from him by flagging the fact that it seems unusual that he's the only person related to Star Wars who is slated to appear at a Disney event. Quite the contrary, actually. I'm thinking that it's possibly indicative of something that we're about to learn about Daniel Logan maybe being involved in some upcoming Star Wars event. or storytelling situation, for example. I mean, we still don't know what the next big animation thing is going to be for Star Wars, and I've seen, little things popping here and there about, oh, maybe Lucasfilm is hiring for animation projects or something like that. Yeah, who the heck knows whether that has anything to do with things way further down the line or something that might be in development right now. No way to know, but it would be great to get an announcement. And again, yeah, it just seems a little a little unusual and stands out a bit. And so, yeah, I'm wondering if Daniel Logan is going to be a factor in any of this. I imagine, too, on the exhibit floor that Lucasfilm is going to have their own space there, too, so they might have interesting stuff there. We'll have to keep an eye on what actually happens on the days of the event to see if there's news worth reporting out of there, and that we will do. But for right now, that's what I've got for you about the upcoming D23 event and what Star Wars stuff we might have to look forward to it, at it. And that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please help me help more people find out about it, because they might enjoy it like you do. You can do that by just telling people, by telling algorithms, and you can also help me as a creator continue to produce this show, and you can learn more about that at patreon.com/SW7x7. And it just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for this episode, as always. And may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.